Hey everybody, this is Hennessa, author of Detox with Ease, how to reduce toxins in your body by 90% easily. And today I want to talk about neurotoxins. I actually am the one who coined 2016 the year of the neurotoxin. I didn't really do much with it, but most people don't know what a neurotoxin is. Most neurologists don't even know what it is. I spent a lot of time, both my sister and my nephew had brain injuries. So I spent a lot of time in the ICU with brain doctors, and I would always just kind of randomly ask, like, hey, do you know what a neurotoxin is? And so far, not one person knew what it was. And it's very important. As somebody who had a multiple chemical sensitivity, which I believe is very, in my case, it was a lot to do with my nervous system and my neurology, and I was particularly sensitive to neurotoxins. So I'm just going to read a little bit from my book. I did recover 100%, and now I can withstand a neurotoxin, but it was no easy job. I had to, change my brain, my body, and everything, but it worked. I help people do it. If you need help with that, shoot me even a message at the bottom of the thing. My book is real simple. I made this book for everyone, especially say if you do have MCS, like, you know how nobody understands you at all and they just think you're completely nuts? If you give them this book, it's a little bit of just general education, and a lot of people have other conditions which are not MCS, but which are obesity, erectile dysfunction, irritability, depression, anxiety, and they do not realize that these conditions are either caused or made worse by toxins. So I always try to appeal to a person's selfishness, because when I was sick, appealing to people's kindness, like, I hardly got anywhere with that. It's kind of, people really couldn't have cared less for the most part if, I felt good or not. In fact, it seemed like a lot of them kind of preferred if you feel bad. All right, here we go. Neurotoxins. I haven't actually read my book for like 6-7 years, so I might have to be editing. A neurotoxin is a substance that is toxic to the neurons, nervous system, and or brain. They are one of the most underemphasized poisons plaguing humanity today. Well, that is a true statement. I mean, my God. If you're sensitive to neurotoxins and you go out in the world, you're like, I can't believe anyone is happy in this, because we're constantly bombarded by these toxins, and it affects our mood, number one. So everybody's so unhappy, and also why I'm very happy. Okay, because when I cured my chemical sensitivity, one day I noticed I had no depression, which I had had for like 20 years. I used to lay on the couch like, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing anything. Well, I thought I was depressed or it was from my childhood, but turns out a lot of it was just from toxins, and my nervous system was just too sensitive. If you're coming in and you want to be apprised of my live streams, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and all. That way you'll get notifications. Also, don't forget to smash the likes and comment. I want to get these videos out, because if the world knew anything about neurotoxins, they would change their ways, and we want people to change their ways. I do not have multiple chemical sensitivity anymore. However, like, I was in Trader Joe's and they're just spraying this antibacterial stuff like insanely. I couldn't feel the effects like before. I would not have been able to go in that Trader Joe's or anywhere right now with all of the stuff they're spraying everywhere. So I can't. Put your comments below, like, what reactions you have to that, because I'm sure it's got to be super neurotoxic. Okay. They're usually in the form of scented products or other toxins that have a smell or scent. These toxins come into your bloodstream through the nose. To anyone who has had chemical sensitivity or chemically induced asthma, encountering everyday neurotoxins in the air in almost every building and household is a nightmare. It's a total nightmare, you guys. These days, many people are becoming unable to tolerate these chemicals. The problem with neurotoxins is that you have no choice but to breathe these in when they are present. It's not like food, which you may decline to eat. This isn't really badly written. People sometimes I don't want to read my own books. I get too embarrassed. People have almost no knowledge of the serious health problems that neurotoxins pose. Most buildings are sealed up without proper ventilation, and more products flood the market to give you that fresh scent. Fresh scent, that's the number one clue of a neurotoxin. Don't get it. Okay, people are constantly bombarded with commercials and shamed into thinking that everything is cleaner if it has a chemical fragrance. Really, the true fresh, clean scent is no scent at all. Like, yeah, true cleanliness means you can't smell anything. Take out your trash regularly instead of buying scented trash bags. Most people clean now by adding a lot of clean smelling products to their dirty homes and clothes to cover mold and other smells. That is true. Like when you go into a building and you smell a lot of Febreze or any kind of like smelly chemical, many times it's because they have a moldy building and they're covering that moldy smell. So now you're just getting twice as sick, you know, instead of them fixing the mold problem because they don't know how. We know how. I mean, oxygen and sunlight are the two major mold deterrents. Okay, fresh air. So everything's closed in, mold's growing like crazy. People just buy mold sprays. They don't understand. Get the air going, get the sunlight going, get the fake sunlight, whatever you got to do. That's the way you're going to keep your mold down. Okay. Smells are there to indicate something needs taken care of, not to be covered up. Sorry, I was just thinking of French horror. That's like the thing. They're so smelly that they have to wear tons of perfume. I'm sure I thought of writing that there, but I didn't. Neurotoxins go in through the nose and right into the bloodstream and the brain. This affects the brain and the nervous system. Anxiety, depression, fatigue, irritability, brain fog, multiple chemical sensitivity, and erectile dysfunction are a few common conditions called by neurotoxins. So yes, your neurology, our nervous system is so important. When it doesn't work, I mean, especially erectile dysfunction, it's all about the nerves, right? I mean, largely. Okay. And huge amounts of people had it. You know what? In my parents' age, it wasn't even like an issue. I mean, a few people had it, but it was more psychological, you know, or if you really were very sick. Now it's common, apparently. Okay. Illnesses of the nervous system are now epidemic. We are breathing in neurotoxins through laundry detergent, perfume, shampoos, air freshener, automobile, and diesel exhaust, house paints, chlorine in water, and common cleaning products. Not all neurotoxins are inhaled through the nose, including mercury, lead, fluoride, mold, Botox, MSG, and aspartame. Most people have no idea that their poor mood may be caused by neurotoxins. Eliminate neurotoxins from your life and watch your energy levels, focus, mood, and brain function improve. Many types of nervous system disorders can be caused by neurotoxicity, including numerous neurologic and psychiatric disorders, which is true. You know, my depression, like it just was gone. And I also had a very intense anxiety, especially when I was sick. And I'll just be sitting around worrying about money, you know, and right now I could have the same money issues or worse, whatever, but I don't have anxiety, you know, I'm just like, whatever, you know, I got my food today, I'm good. But anxiety is really like a physical feeling when you're like, you know, anxiety. It's not the same as being nervous or worrying. It's in your whole body. I do also believe that, you know, a lot of these illnesses, Parkinson's, this, that, and the other, autism, are either caused or affected largely by this stuff. I haven't met people who use the detox method to help these conditions, but I'm sure that it will make a huge difference. I mean, when you have chemical sensitivity, you notice so many things. Like if I would get around a slight neurotoxin, my whole body would shake and you feel awful, brain fog, can't think. A lot of people, you know, bodies completely shut down. So what people don't know is that huge amounts of people live in a constant state of being bombarded by neurotoxins. Like just if you use this like Pantene shampoo, please don't sue me. or a lot of this shampoo, 24/7. You're breathing it in. If you're using this smelly Tide dish detergent, even your dishes are not supposed to smell. Like laundry detergent, you know, you're sleeping in your pillow, you're in your clothes 24/7, you're being exposed to these neurotoxins. So if you're sensitive, if your nervous system is a little bit weakened, like, it's not good. Okay. If it is synthetic and it has a scent or odor of any kind, it is neurotoxic and are carcinogenic. While breathing in chemicals now and then probably won't hurt you, be aware of the toxins you're breathing in and take measures to minimize them. Especially avoid synthetic scented shampoos, perfumes, laundry products. These are on your body and hair, and you breathe them in 24 hours a day. Most commercial products are carcinogenic, neurotoxic, hormone disrupting, etc. So luckily, you know, since a lot of products are better, you know, when I was had a chemical sensitivity, like there was just no awareness at all. So, you know, now there's so much fragrance free. It's a lot better, but there's still some that just really smell horrible. Some common neurotoxins are adhesives, ammonia, Botox, arsenic, benzene, carbon monoxide, carpet cleaning agents, chemical warfare agents contributing to the Gulf War syndrome, Chinese drywall, chlorinated solvents, plastic smell. So even just if you go in the store like Five Below or one of these stores, Bed Bath & Beyond, that has like a million plastic things, that smell, that's neurotoxic. You know how I know this? Because I lived it. That's a cool thing, you know, like you have multiple chemicals and so you don't have to, you give me something, I don't have to look it up. I'm like, this is toxic. You give me some fake, all natural, what's that stuff called? Essential oils. Oh, this is 100% organic. Toxic. You know what I mean? We don't need to read anything. It's just very, you know, clear as day for us. I can't really smell it anymore, but I could. Okay, where were we? Plastic smell, chlorine, damp buildings, that's mold, dioxin, formaldehyde, gasoline, heavy metals, herbicides, indoor air pollution, lead, lithium, manganese, mercury, metals, mold, opiates. Because that's neurotoxic, like alcohol. If you drink and you're like, your neurons are like, you're drunk. That's to your nervous system. I don't even think I put it in there because I didn't want to, you know, whatever. But anyway, alcohol. Opiates, paint remover, pentachlorophenol, pesticides, phenolic resins, polychlorinated bisphenol, PCBs, psychiatric drugs like antidepressants, antipsychotics, tranquilizers, sleep drugs, smoke removing agents, solvents, styrene, synthetic carpets, TDI, toluene, welding fumes, wood preservatives, xylene, etc. So like all these drugs, I couldn't, you know, swear, you know, they're neurotoxic, but I think I would look into it. Conditions associated with neurotoxins are anxiety disorder, attention deficit disorder, chemical sensitivity syndrome, chronic fatigue, dementia, developmental delay, environmental illness, hyperactivity, insomnia, memory dysfunction, mental retardation, fragrance allergies, sick building syndrome, myoclonus disorders, multiple sclerosis, paralysis, panic disorder, Parkinson's disease, personality disorders, depression, psychosis, schizophrenia, sleep apnea, sleep disorder, tremors, etc. Neurotoxicity is a cause of brain disturbance. Common symptoms can include problems with memory, concentration, reaction time, sleep, thinking, language, as well as depression, confusion, personality changes, fatigue, and numbness of the hands and feet. So when I had an MCS, there were times that I could not even talk properly. I went to a natural colonic place and they had this fake, they didn't know it, but I knew it. They had some bogus, all natural handcrafted lavender oil, and it made me so sick that I couldn't talk. And they kept trying to talk me into that it wasn't really bad, so I kept staying. Plus, I had spent $100 on that. Okay. Neurotoxic dryer sheets are the #1 cause of unregulated air pollution and are really toxic. Why wash your clothes and then cover them in toxins? Ask yourself that. Problems with the nervous system and brain are rampant. Learn to care for your brain by eating healthy fats, detoxing, relaxing, taking downtime, sleeping, and meditating. Great advances have been made in neuroscience and neuroconnectivity. It is possible to care for and make your brain better functioning at any age. So, you know what? This is like, okay, learn to care for your brain, eating healthy fats, detoxing, relaxing, taking downtime, sleeping, and meditating. Like, that sounds too easy. A lot of the people that I go to help, I tell them some very simple things, and they can't do it because it just seems like, oh, meditating, like, relaxing, healthy fats, like whatever. I don't want to be a pig, So sometimes it's the simplest things, but it takes time and persistence. So you have to figure out a way to go for the long haul in the healing. That's all I want to say. Smash the likes. I do a program every day, Wim Hof breathing. I'm sure it's one of the best things for your brain. I do it every day at noon. I have a program, 8-minute apps, 3 times a day is available, morning, noon, and night. And then noontime, we do some arms and we do Wim Hof breathing, which is amazing. Also, Saturday and Sunday morning, we throw in like a self-hypnosis meditation, manifesting goals. And so sign up with my program, come do abs with me. I put on different abs videos. It's not me conducting the abs. I could, but why reinvent the wheel, right? It's about accountability. I'm like a self-hacker. And so I realize you have to have accountability. And so when you pay your money, it's $16 a week, $99 for a 6-week period. Oh, and I threw in belly dancing too. If you're a belly dancer, you want to learn how to dance. You need to pay that money and you need to have the people there. And that way everybody shows up, So far, everyone that's in my program, except for 2 people that had kind of fallen off, but almost invariably everybody's completely like losing inches, totally transforming their body just by showing up. 8-minute abs. That's all it takes. All right. My book's on Amazon. Ciao. I'm going to put the links.